At one and the same time, we are attracted to goodness and are haunted by sinful tendencies that stop us from doing good. Dear friends, the first reading describes the human condition as it is experienced by everyone. It underscores the struggle that every human being experiences. There's a struggle, a tiny war going on inside us. St. Paul, like all of us, knew what was right and wanted to do it. Yet, somehow he never could. He knew what was wrong, and yet somehow he ended up doing the very thing that he wanted to avoid. He felt himself to be a split personality. It was as if two powers were inside him pulling in different directions. He was haunted by this feeling of frustration, his ability to see what was good and his inability to do it. His ability to recognize what was wrong and his inability to refrain from doing it. At one and the same time, we are attracted to goodness and are haunted by sinful tendencies that stop us from doing good. From one point of view, this passage might be called a demonstration of inadequacies. First of all, it demonstrates the inadequacy of human knowledge. If to know the right thing was to do it, life would be easy and simple. But knowledge by itself does not make a man good. It is the same in every walk of life. We may know precisely how football should be played, but that is very far from being able to play it. We may know as Christians how we ought to behave in any given situation, but it is very far from being able to behave in such a way. Secondly, it demonstrates the inadequacy of human resolve or resolution. To resolve to do a thing is very far from doing it. There is in humans an essential weakness of the will. Once St. Peter took a great resolution. He said, "Even if I must die with you, I will not deny you." Mathew chapter 26, verse 35. And yet, when he came to that point, he failed miserably. But it is interesting to see that Paul has come to the end of himself and his wits. He says, "O wretched man that I am, who shall deliver me from this body destined to death?" He realizes that in his own strength, he is helpless and he feels hopeless. Let us notice that he did not say, "How shall I deliver myself?" or "What will deliver me?" After repeatedly falling into sin, he knows better than that. To think that he, in his own strength, has any power to deliver himself from sin. Paul is convinced that he has reached the end of his wits and there is nothing more he can do to save him from this inability. He asks, "Who will free me from this body destined to death?" Verse 24. His only answer is Jesus Christ. God has saved me through Jesus Christ. This is his deepest conviction. In the gospel today, the Lord points his finger at those disciples and tells them that they have failed to interpret the present times. One of the signs of our times is that there are a lot of claims from the field of psychology and other sciences that they have the ultimate answers to the important questions of life. We recognize that they provide us with some insights into our own selves, or about the universe. They want us to think we can do it on our own. We have got what it takes and we do not need God. This is what the world wants us to believe. The good news that I need to remind myself is that I have already been liberated from slavery to sin by Christ. Sin's power over me has been broken by Christ. I don't need to yield to it anymore. The sinful choices is not the only option that I have. Let us be convinced of the truth that Jesus Christ has already saved me and I can lead a holy life by clinging to Him alone. May God bless you all.